All of Us Are Dead, episode 8, season 1. The herd is getting thinner and thinner, but let's see who bites the dust in this episode. But we kick off with this episode with Ginam being booted back down the stairs. The survivors are rapping on the door, but it finally opens. But it's too late, big man, isn't it? Because the helicopters took off. The wee bullied kid, he said he was the only sole survivor. There's nobody left. Prick. I hate... See, like... That's what I kind of like though about this Korean things. Like if this was any other show from another country, they'd make the bullies seem fucking, no, the people who getting bullied seem like the proper victims, but in reality they're arseholes too. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. But yes, they're left behind, and then they have to make another SOS distress sign in case another helicopter arrives. But will it? Only time will tell. But meanwhile, the restroom survivors, they also spot the helicopter, and they're basically... the spotlight, they see the spotlight and then they're looking, but then obviously the spotlight is attracting the zombies, and then the zombies are heading towards him as your big fat man. They made like a makeshift stretcher for the guy. I'm not saying leave the guy behind, but fucking hell, like this guy's useless, isn't it?
It's almost like he's in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, it's like Dawn of the Dead 2.0.
He can't even shoot. It's not like he's a member of the Archer team either, where he can ping off zombies while he's in the wheelbarrow. He's effectively...
He does tell them to leave him behind, but as he would slow them down, he literally could not have used more correct fucking language, but you know, I guess that's the only bottom line there. But meanwhile, we pan to the outside world. We're getting used to the character names, aren't we?
Oh, aye.
Big Sojo, he's on a mission. He's still continuing that mission to Yuso High to save Onjo. But yeah, meanwhile, we've got Jae-ik. He's chatting with the man he saved, which is basically the YouTuber. He is called Orangey Gibberish. And basically these two are talking. But then, out of nowhere, the jobber, police... Not detective, what do you call it? Apprentice dude. He shows up with the kids in a school bus, and then they jump on board. But the YouTuber guy's like bottling the jump. It was fuck all.
Yeah, no, this was good, because I thought the apprentice police officer had betrayed him, so it was good to see him turn back up. And I'm liking this guy. He's funny.
Yeah, he's
a bit retarded, but funny. Still, you know.
But I don't get Jae-ik's problem. Well, I get his problem. He left him, right? But his plan of, just park the scooter here while I climb up on the roof and just leave you with two
kids. Those three were sitting ducks.
No, I mean, absolutely fucking...
And what was he going to do? Fit 5 of them onto a scooter? Come on. Your apprentice guy did well, so...
Exactly.
Cut him some slack.
And then as they're driving off, they're like talking. He's like, I'm going to batter you, big man. They hit Min Ug. She seems obviously unaffected to those three. Well, those three and the two kids. But, of course, she's not. But as your big man Jake goes to check on her, the military show up. And again, were they aiming to shoot them, or was this just their piss shooting?
It might have been morning shots.
It could have been, but Jesus Christ. Their shooting ability is absolutely awful. But, of course, now, will the military
it's like Stevie Wonder playing COD. It's
non-existent, I guess.
It's pretty much spraying everywhere.
But yeah, will the military be able to catch on that she is like in a half zombified state? But at this point, you're not 100%. Well, you're nowhere near 100% sure of why some people like this. But we find out that relatively soon, don't we, big man?
Yeah, we do. We find that out very soon.
Yeah, but meanwhile, during the night at the school. We've got the different groups bonding, so to speak. She's being taught archery here. But I don't know, I don't like this stoner girl. She's just...
Nah, she's an arsehole. I don't like her. She's currently my... What episode are we on? Is this thing you did yet?
She dies at the end of this one.
Alright, well, she's like my second least favourite character, but after this episode, she will be my least favourite character that's still alive.
But no, it's funny, like... She hasn't even done anything heinous or anything, but it's just an arsehole.
It's just her attitude or demeanour just comes across as like an absolute prick. Thinks because she's in a year above everyone else, she deserves respect. I mean,
that's just not the way it works. Like, you're just a stupid bitch and she'd fucking know your
Plus,
role.
Yeah, she
talks
talks down to everybody as well. Like, I'm not a big fan of her.
Nope, definitely. Meanwhile, though, we've got the rooftop survivors. They are ruining a campfire that they managed to spark to life, and the president, she's like, I've had a lighter this whole time. Meanwhile, they've been sitting here rubbing wood together for like fuck knows how long. Could have been 2 or 3 hours, and she's just like,
I don't think it was that long. Like,
I know, but you
get
my
point. It was about 10 minutes.
Aye, but even then, who gives a fuck if you smoke? Just give us the lighter. We need fucking firewood. We need.
That's like we say, it's South Korean culture. Like, probably doesn't want them. I think she's smoking. It's probably
wait,
it's probably
right.
a huge fucking deal over there. Like, you know.
As much as I get that, look at the situation we're in. You're probably gonna freeze to death on this roof. We need it. You know. Meanwhile, though, we've got Na-Yeon.
I mean, that pregnant girl for episode 3. I mean, she didn't even tell anyone she was pregnant. Whereas if that was over here, they'd be planning which council house they're going to get. So, you know, like, again, it's all due to culture. They'd have their 10 million benefits signed off on, and like I said, they'd be moving into a house rent free. But in South Korea, probably should be looked down upon and shamed upon if everyone knew she was pregnant.
Meanwhile, though, we go to our most hated character, Na-Yeon. And we basically see the English teacher sacrifice Miss Parks here. I mean,
Miss Parks sacrificing herself so Na-Yeon could escape. She then locks her in one of the classrooms and tells her she must survive. She must go back to the others. The zombies arrive, but they don't start eating Miss Parks. And you can see Miss Parks transforms into a zombified state. And then she hides. Essentially, Na-Yeon hides in a pantry with a shitload of food.
yes, and talking about this big man, Gim Nam, he arrives. He's like, oh, I need to get to the roof, and then basically rips her entire throat out. Absolute brutal kill. But were you supposed to feel bad for this bitch?
Well, before this, like, you're kind of cutting out a shitload of things here. I mean,
oh, you're kind of cutting it out. Fucking spit out, fat man. Go in. You want to tuck into any of these fucking Koreans?
First of all, she's in the room. She goes outside. She comes across a camera. She just manages to make it back into the pantry room where all the food for zombies get her. Starts watching the camera. She sees them. She's going to take food up to them. She sees them talking and, you know, saying things about how they miss their parents and all this. And then they get to the stage where they talk about her killing the young guy from episode 3, whose name is, I don't know.
My name is what? My name is the real Slim Shady. I was going to say the real something S.
Then she feels guilty, obviously, about killing him. She's got the bag of food that she's prepared to take. Then she gets visions of him standing in the corner. He's like, "Why did you kill me?" And she just has a bit of a breakdown and throws the bag of food at him. Eventually, though, she kind of snaps out of it. She's like, "Right, I've got to do this. I've got to go here. I've got to, you know, get to them. I've got to save them. I've got to bring them food because they're hungry, especially Fat Man." That is when she gets the bag of food.
Chicken soup.
That's when she gets the bag. She goes out. Jinam approaches her, says that he needs to get to the roof. He asks if she's hungry. She says yes, and he says so is he, and then he proceeds to devour her with a massive bite to the neck. Now, it looks like she's not going to come back zombified here because
He killed her.
yeah, I mean there was a shitload of blood, so
Yeah, all over.
we didn't really see the body. We kind of just seen her hanging. Obviously, he was lifting her up, and she was just there, and blood was pouring out everywhere. So aye,
Exactly. And that's it for her.
that's it
Most
for her.
hated character at this point. Feel like, but I mean, like I said at the time we were watching it, it's like you're watching it. It's like almost the hatred for her died down a bit, and then it's like, oh, why she's still alive?
Yeah, no,
I feel like this could have been done like 4 episodes ago.
Oh no, but I think it died down because she wasn't there for literally.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Uh,
I feel like if they done it like 4 episodes ago, fuck, it would have felt great. But then it was like, oh, just kill her, thank fuck. It more felt like that. But meanwhile, we've got the rooftop survivors.
oh no, when she died here, I don't think I was wanting her death as much as I was earlier. Like if this happened to her in episode 4, I'd have been like yes, but happened in
True.
episode 8, it was kind of like, oh well, it's.
Yeah. But we're on the roof. We've got Chin San. He basically says the old Joe, he's fancied her since they've been kids and shit like that. And she storms off like, oh, he's joking. But he's like, no, I'm no joking. He says he's going to give her some space. But then Jinam, climbing the big pipe, shows up. He attacks her. And he's like, oh, I need to save you on Joe. So he goes over and then looks like Jinam's going to rip his eye out. But then we've got... Aye, he's running over. But then the episode ends because we don't know what happened. But then we've also got Superpower present. What's she doing? She's afraid because she shot herself because she didn't know these people knew she had a lighter. Now she's not going to help them. Find out in episode 9. But I feel like here, how many times are we going to play the G-Nam card? I feel like it's getting a wee bit overdone. Like, I like him. He's a good heel, but I feel like we're dragging the arse clean at it. Yes or no?
We'll see you in the next couple of episodes.
That's the bottom line. But anyway, G-Nam. What's G-Nam going to do? 1 heart. Da-na-na-na-na. Could G-Nam be the sole survivor going into season 2?
1 heart, but how many lives will he take? Tune into the next episode to find out.
Until then, what are we giving it out of 10?
I'll give it a.
I'll give you a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a 7 as well. Probably.
7 out of 10, guys. Till episode 9. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and get us to that 1K mark. But until then,
Peace.